Winston here. Happy Tuesday. I just wanted to pop in. I wanted to remind you that I have a Facebook Live on Thursday, and I will post that. It's going to be about letting go. Letting go. Huge lesson I'm going through, a huge lesson. A lot of us are going through a huge theme right now. But what I wanted to share with you today is I just want to get you to think. And that is, what if you were okay with what is? What if what is was okay? Because in reality, what is just the gap between what was and what will be, but it doesn't mean that it's always going to be that, right? So, hey Rose, how are you? Thanks for joining me. What is the gap. It's the gap, you guys, between what was, hey Regina, and what's to be. But are you okay with it? If what is what's happening, because that's always the way it is. If we're in the present moment, all that's happening is what is, right? But are you okay with it? Could you be with what is without judgment, without fear, without worry, without beating yourself up, without expectation, without emotion? Could you be with what is? Could you gain an extra 10 pounds, look at yourself and go, well, it is what it is. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way, but what if it did stay that way? Could I be okay with it? Could I love it? Could I love myself regardless of what is? Because it doesn't mean that what is isn't like, we're not supposed to take action to become better. If you want to lose 10 pounds, it doesn't mean that you don't get to take action and work on losing 10 pounds, right? But it means that you don't get to beat yourself up now for the 10 pounds that you've gained. What is that about? Hey, Therese, girl, how you doing? What is that about, right? What if what is had no meaning? What if what is had no meaning, right? Whatever's happening to you right now in your body, your physical experience, whatever it is, what if what is actually had no meaning? Because in reality, what is, again, is the gap. What is the gap. It's the gap between what was and what's to come. It's what is. It's what's present. It's what's happening. Because all we are is in the present moment. So really, what is has no meaning except what you attach to it. So if you think what is a horrible thing, then you're attaching a story to it. You're creating something. You're the source of everything in your life. So if you want to create a story, you get to, right? Suffering is always optional no matter where you are. And let me bring up the story once again. I did a video the other day with Beth Banning, a friend of mine. She's an amazing coach, and she's the one that I got certified with through for the Insight Coaching Program. And I had lunch with her the other day at her place overlooking the beach, and I asked her the question. Her husband passed away a year ago. Neil, brilliant, beautiful man. They had been together for 20 years, and I said, Beth, how could you be okay with what it was in that moment and show up to coach and be present, fully on fire? And your husband of 20 years passed away. Like, how are you okay with that? And she shared that it's okay to have those feelings. And so she felt those feelings. Of course, she said, I was sad. My husband passed away. I loved him. I missed him. And I was sad. So I sat with the sadness. It was what was. And it was in the present moment. And I felt it. I allowed myself to feel it. But I didn't create a story around it. I didn't go there. I didn't go, oh my God, if only past, if only, or what if, right? Future. It was just, it was what it was. Neil was gone. She had an incredible 20 years with him. She loved him. She was grieving him. She felt the emotions. She didn't create a story around it. So what is only has a charge if you create expectations, if you create a story around it, because you, again, are source. So why can't you let what is be just the gap between what was and what's to come? I mean, again, what if it never changed? Could you love it? Like my daughter and I in the dressing room, trying on bathing suits. Mom, if you never lose the 10 pounds. Mom, if your body never gets better. Could you love it the way it is now? Could you just love it the way it is now? It's a great question, you guys, because all of our stories and all of our suffering comes from wanting something different than what is. And it's not that you can't have something different. It just means that, hey Matt, how you doing? Hey Steven. It just means that you're in the gap. what was isn't any longer, and what's to come isn't here yet. And you get to, hey Tom, and you get to create that. But again, do you want to stay in suffering? Do you want to stay in suffering? Maybe you, again, maybe your health isn't what it should be. Maybe you're in between relationships. Maybe it could be almost any situation. But can you be okay with what is? Again, if you're not okay with it, you're creating a story. If you want to suffer, you get to create a story, your source of all things. If you want to just sit with it and say, okay, this is where I'm at, I see it, I feel it, and I'm not going to create worry about it, I'm not going to create expectation, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to have emotion about it, I'm not going to judge it. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to say, okay, Spirit, this is where I'm at, it's all good, I'm going to sit with it. And then you get to set an intention for whatever it is that you want to create next, right? But again, if we're always living in the past, we're going to be sad. If we're always expecting and worrying about the future, then we're going to be suffering in the gap of what is on our way to the future, you guys. So be with it. Be with whatever it is and let it be okay. Let it be okay. Learn to love it. Again, if you have a couple of extra pounds or your body doesn't look the way you want it to, either love it the way it is, accept it the way it is, and know that it may never change, or love it the way it is and just say, I love you, but you no longer serve me, so you can go now. Start loving your body. Start loving your experience. Start loving everything about what's happening for you. So you stay out of suffering. You create what you want, not what you don't want. And so you can be happy in the present moment. Content in the present moment, because the present moment, guys, is all we have, and we're always moving between the past and the future, but we're missing somehow the present moment. So be okay with what is. Be okay with what is. And join me again Thursday, because I really want to go into this in full detail about letting go. My experience is getting deeper and deeper and deeper and very uncomfortable. But I've chosen it, and right, Therese, right? I know you are, girl. Keep working on it. The alternative's just not working. Thank you. I love that you're sharing that, because it's true. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Tom. The alternative is not working. Yeah, what are the results in your life? If you're not okay with what is, and the results are less than what you want, then it's not working for you. You get to make a different choice, right? Or you can stay in suffering. Your choice, again, your source. You get to choose. But it's just crazy. All we have is the present moment. And the future can be amazing. I don't know why we always go to the place of the unknown is scary and it's going to be terrible. What about the unknown is amazing and it's freaking amazing and we don't know what's going to happen, and all kinds of possibilities and potential and opportunities exist in the future. It's all a mindset thing. It really is, you guys. So again, Thursday, Facebook Live at 3, we're going to go into letting go, because that's my lesson on a deeper, much deeper level. I lost my house to fire in 2007. And most of you know that. And then I was diagnosed with breast cancer 2 months after I lost my house in the fire. And I thought that was my lesson in letting go. But clearly, I didn't let go. Not really. I've been holding on for dear life ever since. So that's been my lesson. It's a theme with a lot of people that I'm working with and seeing in my groups. And so we're going to go there, because it's really super important that we get this, so that we can go through life, ride the wave, be more comfortable and content where we are, intend for the future, take action for the future, but not beat ourselves up in the present and keep creating the shit that we don't want, right? So anyway, you guys, just wanted to bring that up. All these little tidbits I want to give to you, because I'm hoping it'll spark some revelation for you guys, some shifts for you guys. And again, they're just questions for you to sit with. So tonight, when you have a few minutes and you're by yourself, just sit down and ask yourself, am I okay with what is? Can I be okay with what is? Does it matter what is? And if it's not, what is that about? Why? Why can't you be okay with it? Why are you not content with it? Why are you always pining over the past and having expectation and anxiousness around the future? Why is it not okay for you just to sit and be with what is? So ask yourself those questions. Do the work. Be in silence. See what answers come up from you. They don't come from your head. And see what you get. All right? I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, Therese, go get them, girl. And I will, I may pop in tomorrow, depending, but for sure, Facebook Live Thursday, 3 o'clock Pacific, letting go. All right? I love you guys so much. Have an amazing, amazing, brilliant day. I see each one of you, and each one of you are absolute, brilliant beings of love and light, potential, opportunity, all possibility, because that's who you are. That's who you be. All right? I love you, girl. Okay? I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.